What's going on, guys? This is Luke from South Beach Sports, and we have some very, very big news to cover today. The biggest of which is, obviously, Nemanja Bjelica is coming to the Heat, finally. I'm playing. But that's actually a very good move, I think. We'll talk about that later. But obviously, I want to start off with the big move, which is Victor Oladipo is finally a member of the Miami Heat. He was traded to the Heat today at the very, very end of the trade deadline. I believe like around 3:10. I was getting really nervous. He was traded for Kelly Olynyk, Avery Bradley, and a 2022 pick swap. Now, wow. Because we didn't hear anything about Victor Oladipo the entire day up until I want to say like 2:40. When they were beginning to become talks and murmurs and rumors that Victor Oladipo and the Rockets and the Heat were discussing a possible Oladipo trade. My mind was focused, and I think everybody else was really focused on the possible Kyle Lowry to Miami trade. The rumors have been heating up the past 24 or 48 hours, and I think everyone kind of assumed that Kyle Lowry to the Heat was going to be a thing, including myself. And the Heat stayed put on not trading Tyler Hero. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I would have given up Tyler Hero if it meant getting Kyle Lowry in return. But Pat Riley surprised me. The Godfather The Godfather surprised me. I have been doubting him over the past few months. I've been questioning his lack of decisions and lack of moves. And at the last second, he came through. Victor Oladipo will be a terrific addition to the Heat. Am I ready to say they're a championship contender with Victor Oladipo? No. Not yet. I would need to see how they look. But at the very least, this team, I think, will be very interesting come playoff time. That backcourt of Oladipo and Butler could be absolutely lethal, especially on the defensive end. And they have a big three now. The Heat have a big three again with Oladipo, Butler, and Bam. They're also able to keep all of their assets in Duncan, Nunn, Hero, Achua. When I saw Oladipo got traded to the Heat, my initial thought process was, okay, we probably gave up Nunn and Precious. When I saw the trade package in return to the Rockets, I was completely shocked. The Rockets, wow. They gave up Victor Oladipo for basically nothing. And, I'm not really sure what the Rockets have been doing, to be completely honest with you. Because the return they got for James Harden, the main centerpiece of that return was Victor Oladipo from the Pacers. And they traded him away for two guys who won't be in their long-term plans at all. So that's very questionable. Not really sure what's happening over there in Houston, but that's not our focus today. Our focus is on the fantastic move made by Pat Riley and the Heat. Terrific job. Wow. I'm really just speechless about the whole thing. I did not expect this at all. I expected to come on here today and just be disappointed with the lack of moves. And first off, today we got Nemanja Bjelica, and I think that he will be like a Kelly replacement. Their play styles are very similar. They can both shoot, although Bjelica has been having an off year from three. I think he's shooting around 29%, even though he's a 38% career three-point shooter. So the Heat Bjelica will hopefully shoot a lot better for the Heat the rest of the season. I think he could be a good, decent rotation player. I'm not expecting a huge, output from him. I hope at best he can be someone that can contribute in the playoffs, can produce spacing, can kind of do some of the stuff that Kelly O did. He's also a pretty decent playmaker. He's not a great rebounder, and like Kelly, they're both really not great defenders. So you're pretty much getting, I would say, about 90 to 95% of what Kelly O does, but for a much cheaper price. Now the Heat are also in buyout talks with LaMarcus Aldridge. He recently got bought out by the Spurs, and the Heat have been listed as the front runners. Actually, while I'm recording this video, Woj tweeted that the Heat are front runners for Aldridge in a buyout scenario. So I think that will probably happen, and we could be looking at a starting lineup of, assuming Aldridge signs with the Heat, we could be looking at a starting lineup of probably Oladipo, Butler, Robinson, I want to say Aldridge, and Bam. Like, that's nice. That's really nice. That team could definitely hope to contend in the East. Like I said, I'm not ready to label them as contenders, but that's a team that'll definitely make things interesting, and we did not have that before. I guess we'll have Hero, Dragic, Iguodala, Ariza, and Precious off the bench. And Nunn. So Nunn will be back on the bench, I'm assuming. So the Heat got deeper today, in my opinion. I like the guards coming off the bench. Now that we have Oladipo, I think that there's a possibility that Nunn, come playoff time, could lose some rotational minutes, similar to what happened last year. Although I'm not really sure what will happen. I trust Spoelstra on that. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have a script or anything. I'm just talking, giving my live opinion and reaction. And yeah, I'll talk more tomorrow about the analytics of what this Oladipo trade could bring to Miami. So with that being said, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you think of the Oladipo trade. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. With that being said, catch you guys later. Peace.